1, 2, 3. All right, audio synced. The lights are good, or good enough. I need to just film this already. Throughout my life, I've tried a lot of different methods of organization. I like the way that structure and rigidity seeks to contain what felt like, for me, endless streams of random thoughts and ideas, each one promising a kind of greatness that the mere idea of could fuel my imagination until the day that I die with nothing to show for myself. I was always surprised when people would cite organization as a trait of mine, because while that may have seemed outwardly true with all my notebooks and planners and meticulously tagged Tumblr side blogs, it never felt that way internally. That's just another data point that I cataloged as evidence that it is possible to deliberately construct and contribute to the projection of the perception that other people have of you. See, the truth is I'm horribly disorganized, constantly fighting against the pack of wolves inside me, howling for their own desires so loudly that I can hardly hear the growling of my own stomach because it's been 10 hours since I even thought about eating. It's nice that physiology has those built-in reminders for us to return to our bodies, because otherwise I'd surely have lost my mind to the astral plane by now. All of that to say, I'm still working on learning how to manage myself in this life. As such, I have finally gotten around to writing down a list of goals for this year. I never liked New Year's resolutions, mostly in that they don't work. I think another part of it is that I'm scared to set goals because if I do, then I have a metric by which I can fail. It's pretty quaint, so I suspect that I'll get through all of these and still be disappointed at the end of the year because of my lack of output. Whatever, future present Caitlin, just know that past present Caitlin is proud of you, even if you don't get through all the things on the list. I want to read 5 books this year. I read a lot of books last year, but I didn't finish a lot of books, so I would like to actually completely finish 5 books, and I think that'll be a lovely, beautiful goal for me. Right now I'm Right now I'm reading Art as Experience by John Dewey. This is an aesthetic philosophy book. I've been enjoying it so far. It's been very nice to read and chew on. Okay, next thing on the list. I want to pass level 4 of WaniKani. I'm on level 3 right now. I think you can get through a lesson in a week, but if you're not grinding it out, then it can take maybe about a month, which is not that much time, so I wanted to set this as a very subtle goal. Next, I want to script, film, and edit Sketchbook 4. Something I'd like to experiment with this next tour is I want it to be a little bit more, I guess, a little different than the rest of the tour so far, and I can't really explain what that means yet until I do it. If I do it, I better do it because I'm putting it in this video and it'll be embarrassing if I don't. So I just want to put a little bit more into this one, a little more something into it. So I'm hoping that'll turn out how I imagine. I mean, it definitely won't because nothing ever turns out the way that I imagine, but I hope that it turns out at least somewhere near where I was hoping that it would be. Alright, next on the list, I want to write and publish one creative work. I've been talking about it for a while, wanting to get back into writing. I don't really know at this point what story I will write about, so I guess the first step will be drafting that up. And as far as publishing goes, I don't mean like publishing it in any serious capacity at all. I just mean like posting it so that it can be publicly viewed. So I'll probably be posting it on AO3 and then sharing it with my little buddies. Okay, and then last on my list is I want to memorize a yoga routine. So aside from those 5 concrete goals that I have written down for this year, I've also created a new daily to-do list that I want to try to do. I always don't like talking about or trying to force myself into these sort of routines, because historically I've done this a lot and I always come up with all these different things and rules that I try to like help myself follow, and it just inevitably eventually that gets replaced by some other system or method that I come up with later, or I just end up abandoning it because it was too rigid and all of these things. I think that that's fine. It's not ideal, but it's okay because I'm still just trying to find what works best for me, and I guess I haven't found anything that it's worthwhile sticking. Like just generally exploring different frameworks through which you can organize your life. I think that's really helped me because it adds like a bit of freshness to life when you're always doing something that's slightly different than what you were doing before, and then you can have interesting and unexpected results. So here's what I have on my list. These are some daily habits that I would like to start incorporating into my routine. I've made them extremely broad. They are read, write, move, draw, tidy, and study. This pretty well encapsulates the things that I want to start doing daily in order to bring me closer to those goals that I enumerated, but also the bigger goals that I eventually want to get to, which I haven't necessarily discreetly written down yet, because I think that life goals are something that kind of shifts throughout your time as you like learn and grow and find new interests and things like that. And I just want to like be on a direction where I can pursue things that are interesting to me now and hopefully set up more interesting things for me to pursue later. Because the things that you do every day are the most important things that you do. Every day I spend several hours looking at a screen and not moving. And I'd like to counteract that in some ways, in as many ways that I can. Lately I've been working on reducing my screen time, as I do, like, throughout my entire life, fighting against these big corporations that have poured billions of dollars into getting me to look at the screen, and their ads. I don't want to look at your fucking ads, okay? Sometimes when we imagine the future and where we will be, we get the idea that it's time that will bring us there. But time does nothing for us but wither our bones. The clock does not bring change, it is only the mechanism through which change can be realized. When you look in the mirror and catch flashes of all the people you are not anymore, what separates you isn't time, it's experience. What you've been through, what you've seen, people you've hurt, mistakes you've made, words you can't take back, and lessons that you've learned. All of these things weave together, all of these things weave together through your memories, all of these things weave together, all of these things together through your memories, all of these things weave together through your memories. And if you have goals for this year, then good luck with them. I love you. Did that sound sarcastic? I like genuinely mean it. Like, I mean good luck. Good luck to all of us for all of our goals.